Hello, and welcome to The Bunker, starring Adam Brown, as you can see on the screen right here. Adam Brown. This is a new, I guess it's like an FMV adventure game from Wells Interactive and published by like Splendy Games and Green Man Gaming. I played for it on my Twitch stream today, and rather than just export the save, my playthrough out to Twitch, I decided I was going to play for it again and choose a couple of different options, which may well end up with a different ending. So the folks that watched it on a Twitch today and really thoroughly enjoyed it, they may be able to see the other outcome. So once we start, I'm going to try to be as commentary free as I possibly can. I'm going to try not to say anything. As I said, I have played through the game once before, so this playthrough here will probably be shorter than the previous one I did. Yes, and this is a very enjoyable game. I love games of this genre. I mean, the last few years we've had this was like Contradiction. Spot the Liar was out. That was out last year. We also had what's the other one? We had like a Tex Murphy game a few years ago that was a live action like this. Her Story was out as well in the last couple of years, which is also FMV, but not quite as much game as some of these others would. But this is like an atmospheric, like psychological horror story starring Adam Brown. He is basically in this bunker. We'll see the story really unfolds as it goes on. Let's just say the end was kind of surprising, the outcome of the story. So I'm kind of curious to see how we can make it differ. So let's get into this.
That's it, keep pushing. I can see the head. Last push. It's a boy. Well done.
again, John.
You can't leave me alone, Mum.
I'll still be here. I'll always be here. But you forgot to say it again.
As long as I stick to the routine, I'll be safe. As long as I
Always be here.
stay in our rooms, I'll be safe. As long as I don't go outside, I'll be safe.
That's it. Good boy. What time is it?
Bleeding time, Mum.
This.
He had no experience. Little, he had experienced in many things. Multiple bodies. He had not been tried. Mum?
I love you, John. I'll be here. I keep you safe, I promise.
No. 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 Please. Please.
I wonder if my radiation level is safe. Radiation is just over 70 MR. That's acceptable. I should check the radio. bunker radiation is normal. Good. What delights do we have today? Peas and carrots, I suppose. So that makes 27 years, 3 months and 14 days of food left. I remember my mother and I made this jigsaw. A missing piece. -10 degrees. That's fine. She liked it when I read to her. We had a dreary morning's work before us, but there were no sign of any wind, and the boats had gone out and manned, and the ship wrapped 3 or 4 miles around the corner of the island and up around the narrow passages to the haven behind Skeleton Island. I volunteered for one of the boats, wherever I had. Of course, no business. 'Radiation is nearly 80 MR. It's increasing. "27 years, 3 months, and 13 days left." We had a dreary morning's work before us, but there were no sign of any wind, and the boats had gone out and manned, and the ship wrapped 3 or 4 miles around the corner of the island and up around the narrow passages to the haven behind Skeleton Island. I volunteered for one of the boats, wherever I had. Of course, no business. Radiation is over 80 MR. This has never happened before. The procedural manual. Where is it? My old diary.
Today it is my birthday, and I have had extra peaches, my favourite, and there was a candle. Mum gave me this book and some pens. Look, here are the colours. Vera sang me a ring of roses. She said she was crying because she is happy it's my birthday. And then she and PJ and Louie and Mum sang me happy birthday, but not too loud. I blew out the candle. This book is going to be my book about my friends. Today I will start a new friend. He will look like this. He will be a soldier because I have a general, but I need a bigger army. I've got a block from the map room, but I had to hide. Mr. Bishop was there. He nearly saw me. He was shouting. He says I am a waste. I think he is a waste. I will make the soldier, and Mr. Churchill and Joan of Arc will tell him to fight Mr. Bishop. We had ham today. It is sort of pink and sticky. It is better than sardines, which are the worst. Mum has made my knife sharper so I can finish off doing my soldier. She says Rocky was the best at winning fights, so that's his name. I finished Rocky, so here are all my friends.
My underwear drawer. The manual. Find the fuse box level 2. Find the fuse box level 2. Mum. Just my locker. I don't need the toilet right now. Nothing in here but beans. I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. Blood.
Date 4th of July 96. Patient's name Vera Taylor. Patient reports headache from Monday AM, vomiting and diarrhea Wednesday, also cough with occasional blood. Intermittent bowel pain, increasing pain in chest, temperature fluctuating, peaks at 100.5 degrees, blood present in feces. Conclusions. Patient showing signs of radiation sickness. Plan. Sick bay stay, white blood count test, monitor. Potassium iodide 130 milligrams orally per day for 4 days. Review. Possible DTPA course. Notes taken by Evelyn Jones.
That door only opens in an emergency. No lights. I'm safe.
If you're curious why there may be maybe just scanning the screen for items with a cursor, it's because there's collectibles to pick up. There's a puzzle piece I've got to try to find, and there's like soldiers he creates to pick up. I didn't get them all during my first playthrough, so I'm trying to scan and not miss them.
Mum. I can't use anything in there. What do I do? The key. Now I have to leave. My old drawings. She liked it when I read to her. What do I do, Mum? Mum, help me.
You know, if you stay in your room, you'll be safe.
And I've taken the spoil supplies off
And spit it out.
14 months, at best. If we carry on as we are, 8 months. But I've gone over it with Dr. Hart. On bare minimum, we might make 14.
And bare minimum means?
I didn't like to press him, but scurvy, rickets. Christ. Ben.
Then we all just withered away to skin and bone. Maybe I should have just left the hatch open and gone for a nice stroll in the fresh air instead.
What do?
We tell people everything's all right.
It's not all right.
One whiff of this and you'll have your throat slit over the last tin of peaches. Is that the way you want to die, Sam? Fighting over scraps? We could just cut your wrist now and the rest of us will split your rations. Chin up, man. It's 10 minutes until the next bulletin. Fighting over scraps. Split your rations. Is that the way you want to die, Sam?
Dan, this is Alex. Please send this out to all the Berkshire stations and let me know. Thanks. Hello. This is Alexandra Swan. I'm trying to contact my brother Jonathan Swan. When the 4-minute warning came, I was on the phone to him. And he said he'd got a place in one of the Berkshire bunkers, but I don't know which one. If he's with you, and his wife's name is Sarah. John, if you're there, or if anyone has any news on him, please let me know.
Communication from Bunker HQ, Site 3, Corsham, Wiltshire. Prime Minister delivered safely before blast hits. 4,013 government ministers and civil servants, including Cabinet Office, local and national government agencies, intelligence and security advisors logged in. Shortage noted in domestic support staff. Guess they didn't make it. All facilities operating normally. Checks carried out in infirmary, bakery, laundry, kitchens, telephone exchange, storerooms, office space, living accommodation, maintenance areas and workshops. How big is that place? Trust me, you get sent to this sardine tin. Prime Minister unsatisfied with living accommodation. Twat. Other. Civilian casualties noted outside bunker. A group of 50 attempted to breach rear exit blast door. Aggressive action not required. Activity ceased after blast. Poor bastards.
Doctor.
Well, let's say, for example, the hit on Reading was 1 megaton. That would mean we have this radius, only halfway to Basingstoke. Now maybe that looks small, but that's around 100,000 fatalities, maybe 80,000 injuries from the blast and the fireball. That's just to start with. Prevailing wind direction here is northeast. Fallout scatter would be huge. It's likely to drift all the way out past Cambridge, past Norwich even, out to sea. The total number of casualties? Unimaginable. And that's 1 bomb.
AB welcomes. CB asks clarification purpose of meeting. AB puts forward petition from 18 residents keen to institute post of morale officer. It is felt that CB is not forthcoming enough in communicating current status of bunker to residents. CB makes point that any urgent change in status will be communicated very clearly to all residents when it becomes relevant. In his view, no need for a new position. AB cites 2 safety incidents and asks committee if they were aware. All but FH, DM, SC are unaware of said incidents. CB says neither incident is cause for immediate concern, no need to raise panic in difficult atmosphere. Calls on FH to clarify incidents. FH agrees not of immediate concern. AB raises point that lack of trust in bunker hierarchy is causing morale issues. More clarity and openness needed. CB reiterates appointed hierarchy and his belief that no need for additional officer. If any critical incident comes to light, all will be made aware. Requests end to meeting as urgent business to attend to. AB calls for vote on appointment of morale officer. CB says vote will be ignored. Not a democracy. Meeting ended.
Just need to know.
It's all right, Vera.
Nonsense! I know George is trying to hide things from me. I'm ill, Evelyn. I'm not stupid. I'm right, aren't I?
I don't know what to say. I suppose he's just not sure.
Radiation! Then why is he trying to hide it? Why? Am I on the right medicine? What can be done? Why won't he say?
George has been distracted lately. Maybe he's just trying not to upset everyone.
They should be upset. They built this place in 6 weeks. 6 weeks! How can anyone expect it to be safe? There must be a leak. There must be.
Mr. Bishop says
I
that
know what he says. He doesn't want everyone to panic. Silly old Vera having another one of her Look here. More blood. I'm not being silly. I'm not. It's not just me, Evelyn. If there's a leak, it's all of us.
With the greatest respect, sir, we've been up all night. It's been 10 minutes since I had to cover Vera's face.
But is it radiation
I don't
sickness?
know yet. The nearest proper lab is under 10 tons of radioactive rubble, and I have to make do with a microscope.
It's all right, George. We'll run some tests, Mr. Bishop.
Is anyone else showing signs?
Yes, 6 others.
Quarantine them right away. Find out where they were working, what they've had contact with, and what they've been eating. We need a source. Margaret.
It's all right. Come here, love. What's the matter?
I can't sleep.
It's all right. You know if you stay in your room, you'll be safe. Have a bit of tick.
I don't like it here. Commissioner. There's nothing I need here.
Attention, the mains power is about to be switched off for maintenance purposes.
The replacement. I've already done that. Replace damaged fuse. I can switch the power back on now. a bad feeling about this.